Welcome back to Fitness Manifesto. I am one of your hosts, Kim, and joining me is
Justin. Welcome to this new show that we've started, which focuses on life, awesomeness, friendship, and fitness as a whole. Kim.
How's it going?
Living La Vida Loca. How about you?
Oh, I think I'm melting. It is so hot outside.
It is, it's pretty obnoxiously hot, isn't it?
As you say, it's caliente.
Oh, I gotta tell you, for those that don't speak Spanish, we are only 20 seconds in and we've said 2 phrases. So I think our Spanglish is fantastic.
And Justin doesn't speak Spanish as much as he likes to try.
I put off a good show, but I certainly do not speak it fluently.
Oh my gosh, me neither.
I think yesterday after my class, I said, venga aquí, por favor. And Kim looked at me like, is that even real Spanish? And I was like, yes, it is. And for those that speak Spanish, you know it is.
They're just going to agree with you and just not ever say it to your face.
Like gringo.
Yes. Look at this. This is a white kid. He doesn't know how to speak Spanish.
On a side note, when I was a kid, they called me Güero. And I was like, what the hell is Güero? And that means super, as white American as you can get is kind of the name. And
you were the stereotypical name?
Yes. And that was what I got called.
Well, so. I mean, I guess it could have been worse, right?
The shoe fits.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny. I tell my kids that all the time.
Well, and it's true, though.
It is. Absolutely, it is.
So, Kim, today we're going to talk about something that we're both doing today by sheer coincidence.
Yes.
Because yesterday we did something really fun. She went to my ride. I went to hers. We did 2 rides, 90 minutes, and it was a total blast.
It was awesome. Well, plus yours was a theme ride, and you can't pass up a ride about the 90s.
No, you can't. And I will tell you, one of the fun things about that ride, though, there were 2 people. I had my daughter and another girl in there, 13-year-old and a 9-year-old in there, and they both loved it, which I think that's just a testament to how great the 90s really were.
Yep. And I will tell you, even with everybody else in there, I'm not for sure hardly any of them knew all the music. I sang along to all of them. So yeah, I think some of them were like, yeah, I don't know who this is, but okay, we'll go with it.
But I wish I did is what
Yes. Well, and then we got our duo ride coming up too. NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys.
Which, in all honesty, we call it a versus ride, but we know NSYNC's going to win.
No, you're wrong. We know Backstreet Boys is going to take it home.
Yesterday, we were talking with a couple women after class. Kim goes, hey, what camp are you in? And the lady goes, well, I'm in the Backstreet Boys, obviously. But she goes, but they're not a good looking band.
This is true. They maybe once upon a time, but man, time did not do them well right now.
No, and it's funny because the only one in NSYNC that kind of aged well is Lance, I think. I mean, he looks similar to the way he did back then, but all the others, even Justin.
You're right.
Yeah, they kind of have shown their age. And I don't know, if it's a lifestyle or whatever. For those that are not watching us here, I have to giggle that we've been on for almost 4 minutes. I'm not sure how much the editing is going to do, but we've been on for almost 4 minutes. And I think Kim has taken about 20 sips of her drink. And it's,
hey,
she's going to take a pee break soon.
There is no. Well, and it's coffee. So, and I will tell you, it is 3:21 in the afternoon. This is my relaxation day, and I didn't drink my coffee, so I thought I would do it to come to the podcast.
Woohoo! Well, I think that's an awesome segue into today's subject, which is recovery, right?
See, coffee's recovery, right? No, I should really be drinking water.
I read a study a couple days ago about caffeine is one of the new supposed super drugs for enhancing performance, that it truly is. It's a legal substance that measurably improves performance, whether you're running, you're cycling, all of it, because it really gears you up and gives you that boost of energy to actually go longer and harder.
Interesting. You would think that it wouldn't. It would more of dehydrate you.
I think in the long run it does, but in that moment, I mean, you feel it, right? The minute the caffeine hits your system, you feel it, right?
It doesn't affect me like that, unfortunately. I can drink coffee right before bed and go right to sleep. Other than I wake up, in a couple hours having to pee. I do the pee dance all the way to the bathroom. But I mean, other than that, no, it doesn't keep me up. Nothing.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I drink it in about 10 minutes. I am like, my hair's on end, not just on Bub, but everywhere. And I'm wired. I'm like, Kelly's like, you've had caffeine today, right? I mean, I'll be like,
you're like a ping pong ball.
I'm
ding,
like,
ding, 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 ding.
Squirrel.
Oh my gosh, you want some coffee? We'll make this real fun.
The podcast is only 10 minutes, but it feels like 4 hours over here.
Justin's still going strong.
His heart has popped 5 times.
Yeah. But don't worry, I just splashed some water on him.
But I mean, so one of the things that, especially as athletes, that we were both laughing prior to this, that we're not good at recovery. Correct?
No. We're not.
Today, we both took recovery, not planned, but, and I will tell you, I feel that if I had gone any further, I would definitely have done damage to my body today. I would be either more sore or pulled something and I think that it's just so important to listen to your body, and I don't do it enough. What are your thoughts?
I agree. This morning when I woke up, all I could think was, oh my gosh, I am so glad I'm not writing or teaching today because I'm tired. So I got a massage and I've taken a couple cat naps and I'm beat. It's been a long week and it's Friday. Oh, it is Friday. Whoop, whoop.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So I definitely listen to your body because if you don't and you do injure yourself or push yourself to the max, you're not going to be able to give very much during that workout because your body doesn't have it to give. And you will probably injure yourself even worse, which means you won't be working out.
Which ruins everything, right?
Yes.
I hate that.
I do too.
I used to be working out at F45. And one of the things there is when you start, it's like going to a karate class. There's no beginner. It's like spinning too. You just kind of jump into it and you pick up as you go, right? Well, it became almost like a cult where if you missed a day, people got worried about you. I'm like, I'm not 14 anymore. I'm 40. I've got to take a day. It's unhealthy. Otherwise you're going to have all the cortisone, everything in you all the time. And you're actually going to defeat the purpose of working out.
Yeah, just one day though, Justin.
All right, maybe 2.
I like a couple days normally.
I do about 2 to 3 every week, easily.
Yeah, no, and your body deserves that. Yesterday, we both rode doubles. So, you got to make sure that you're eating enough and eating, you've got to fuel your body for your recovery and you've got to give it a break. Absolutely.
And stretch.
Yes.
This morning I woke up because normally I'd get up and either go running with Seth or just go on a bike or whatever it is, right? And today I actually went up and stretched for almost 30 minutes today. It was really funny because my hamstrings were so tight. I was using the resistance band, right? I'm holding my legs up in the air trying to stretch it deeper. And it was maybe 45-degree angle. I'm like, holy crap, I'm tight today. But after a while, I was able to at least get it to 90.
Yep.
Oh man, I feel so much looser. It's so great.
Yep. And your body deserves that.
100%.
You owe it to your body to chill out.
Well, today you got a massage, right?
Yes. First massage in a while.
Well, what's a while?
Honestly, it's been a couple months. My massage therapist moved away, and by coincidence, I walked outside one day and was talking to a lady who was walking this little puppy, and this little puppy was so cute and so feisty. Well, it turns out her daughter is a medical massage therapist. Me having MS, she introduced me to her, and yes, I got a massage.
How was it?
It was 90 minutes of pure awesomeness.
It's incredible, right?
It is. It is. And that 90 minutes, I thought 60 minutes was fast. That 90 minutes was so quick.
That's the problem. Because I think people that get 30-minute massage, I've never understood because I feel like that's just, it's over too quick, right?
Right. It's just a tease.
It's a total tease. I would say 60 is close, but I think 90 for me is great. But it does. I swear it goes by faster.
It really does. It was she was like, all right, you can always tell when they're about done. They're up at your head.
Yes.
And they're like, all right. And I'm like, no.
Damn it. What are you doing?
No.
Now, what's your favorite part? What do you like to be massaged the most?
Probably my shoulders or my hamstrings, because that's where I carry most of my tension.
I think the tension in the shoulders is probably across the board, especially in the United States. It's just totally normal, right?
People are carrying purses, all sorts of stuff.
It's just stress. You're always tense, right?
Yes.
I've actually noticed on my lower back, where my hip bones are, I don't know the exact name of the area, but I've noticed at the top of that recently, I've become really tight. And so I've been getting, when they do my massage, I'll do more of a glute and more of the lower back. Oh my gosh, it's made such a difference.
Oh, yes. It's crazy. Today she got into my psoas and it was...
Oh. I had a masseuse that I think so I try to get one every month. I try to do one a month, right?
Okay.
Before I went to Alaska, so I don't know, 2-3 months ago, I got one from a new lady. She did something, it's not called muscle stretching, but it's some kind of term. I can't remember the exact name. She went in and basically she separates each of your muscles, and especially where your psoas is, and went a little bit underneath to break up the muscle underneath there.
Yes. The fascia.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I was on the verge of tears, but I will tell you, this is months later, I still notice a difference.
Yep. It hurts so good.
It took everything inside. She's like, you're so tense. I'm like, just stop it.
It takes everything you have to stay on the table and not come off the table.
Yes.
It hurts so good. See?
It does afterwards. But I will tell you right now, for those that are thinking about doing this, I want to be totally transparent with you and tell you the truth. It sucks monkey balls when it's happening. Okay.
But you will be thankful whenever you're done.
Absolutely. To this day, again, I think this is 2 or 3 months. I feel so loose down there. It's incredible.
That's good though.
It is. And I think it's really made a big difference. And I think it's things like that when we talk about recovery, it's not just the key parts, but making it last a long time, right?
Right.
For instance, my lower back, I was putting chlorine in the pool the other day and I've been bent over and I stood up real fast. And I was like, whew, that was tight. Like,
you know what we call that?
No.
It's called age. Just saying.
So I'm going to say this the best way that I can. I don't believe that, right?
Okay.
No, you're right. But my point is that I've seen other 40-year-olds like me, right? And I'm like, man, I don't want to be like that person, right?
I understand that.
Yeah, I don't want to be that old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to age like that. But it is age related. And it was funny because like I got the massage on Tuesday, actually. So it must have been Monday I did it. Anyways, and I went in and she's like, oh yeah, you're really tight. But she actually had to work up above. She worked my shoulders because she was noticing that it's a long, muscle group there. That's where the tension was. So it's listen to your body and also make sure that when you stretch, it's not just isolated, it's everywhere, right?
And stretching is so important to do. Sometimes I feel like when we're done cycling, people just want to rush out of there. And I always tell them, take time to stretch. And what we're doing in here, it's not a lot of time. So if you need to stay longer, do it. Stretch, but give your body that love. It needs it because it just worked extremely hard for you.
100%. I've noticed actually recently, I started probably, the end of last week, early this week, stretching before bed.
Yes.
Oh my God. It really makes a difference, is all I'm going to say.
It does. A lot of the times I'll Theragun before bed.
That's a great way to do it too.
Yes. It's nice.
I have mine right here.
Yep. See, there you go.
And it's very funny because Bailey, my daughter, after class yesterday was so funny because she's like, Dad, where's the Hypervolt? I'm like, Bailey, you're 9. She's like, no, I need it. Dad, my legs are so tight. It was so funny to watch her sit on the couch, this little girl going like, up and down on her legs.
Did it hurt her to begin with? Because if your muscles are tense, it does not feel very well.
The one that's on there now is like the pointed end. So I gave her the ball, the like larger round ball. So it was like a wider. That hurt. And then I gave her the flat, I don't know, it's like a flat, looks like a pancake kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
That didn't, she said that helped her. But yeah, when I gave her the pointed one at first, she was like, guys, that's the pot cough that's kicking in over there.
Yeah. No, my gosh, no, smoking anything sounds terrible.
One of the things that's like in fashion right now that I've never been able to get into, and I've done 2, right? I've actually done 2 and I really dislike them, are the drinking runs. You run a mile and you have a beer and then you run a mile.
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, but it's so in vogue and I don't get it.
Yeah, but they do that. I noticed, we've done it a couple times on the bike, where you have a hard seltzer, something. Nothing beats water whenever you're working out.
No, it really and again, I guess part of recovery though too is hydration. It's huge.
Absolutely.
My brother's a doctor and he's very funny about it because I'll always tell him there's no such thing as too much water. And every time he'll correct me and go, that's actually not true, Justin. When you are especially in like living in Houston, right? It's super hot. It's super humid. And
now what is our temperature today?
95 right now. And I'm willing to bet it's probably 80% humidity.
What does it feel like? Last I checked, it was like 100 and let's see.
It's hot.
Oh, it's 99. It says feels like 99. Earlier, it was like 105 or something like that.
I believe it.
Yes.
When you're not doing stuff, the point is you can still lose a lot of water. Right?
Absolutely. Sweating it. If you are outside and it is hot and you aren't peeing, you need to start drinking water. And you will notice even when you're outside and it's hot and you're sweating really, really bad, even if you are drinking water, you could be sweating it out so quick that you don't even have to go to the bathroom.
Absolutely. Now, I will tell you, since we've both been in the Middle East several times, I don't know what they do over there because I've never seen them drink water. Like, it's very rare they'll drink tea and that kind of thing. But when I'm out in the desert, I will carry liters and liters of water.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They don't so I will tell you, so if you're in the Middle East and you're brought up in that area, you do what your culture does. But for the rest of us in the world, drink a buttload of water.
Yes, drink tons of water.
And
that's what we really drink. I'm drinking coffee right now, but normally I've been drinking water all day.
But to that point, one thing, so this morning, I very rarely have caffeine, but this morning I did have caffeine, right? Because
my gosh, we missed it, guys.
All right, next time we'll do a morning recording because
yes,
I can't. At almost 3:40 in the afternoon, if I drink it now, I'll be up all night.
Oh, see, it doesn't affect me like that.
It's my kids are the same as me. So like the other day, Kelly got the kids Cokes. It's like, because it's summertime, right?
Yep.
So they were just as like a treat. Oh my God. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon and we're trying to get them to bed and it's like 10:00 and they're going like, woo!
I'm not tired.
Oh, Jackson, my little 6-year-old just running around the house.
Yes.
And the best part is at that age, it's almost like going back to college because he's just in his little underoos and running around the house, like.
Did you just call them underoos?
What you call them? Because it doesn't sound right to call them underwear. They're underoos, right? At that age, at 6?
Sure.
What do you call them?
Underwear?
Even at 6?
Yeah, why not?
know. It just seems that's something.
Or in my house, we call them pantaloons, but whatever.
Kim does not know this fact. And this is why we're such good friends, is that that's what we call them here too, believe it or not.
No way.
I call them pantalones. Yes.
No freaking way, Justin.
Swear to God. Kelly just got home. She just poked her head over there a second ago. I'm happy to pull her in.
I heard the garage door open.
Oh, I wish you could see what we just saw. Kelly looks like the ultimate suburban mom. She walked in here.
She does.
This bright colored cover up. Of course, she's got her visor on. She's like, oh, it's been a rough day at the pool.
Yeah, looks like she just got back from the beach.
Exactly. I'm like, hashtag I'm envious.
Yes.
Not that I don't love doing this podcast, but I got to tell you, that was that look.
It was perfect. Like 100% perfect.
So I think we've nailed it here in terms of we know that Kelly is living the relaxed lifestyle.
Hey, as she should.
I don't disagree. Today I did not do that.
Yes. See, and you should be too.
Absolutely. Maybe tomorrow I'll put on my visor and do all that stuff, and I'll do my my white boy recovery. Yes.
Go floating in the pool.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I have a problem. I do love my pool. Yes.
I know. We were talking about getting out there this afternoon and getting out there and I just want to float. We're terrible. Me and Ted will go to pass a beach volleyball or a beach ball and pass it back and forth to see how many times we can hit it. I think our max right now is 13 because the wind always swoops in and it shoots it the other way, and epic fail. We try it every time though.
But again, it's the effort is put in, but are you also the point where you're doing it and then it hits the water and you're like, okay, we're done?
Yeah.
That's us.
Or count it. Depends on how quick you get it off the water, right? No, we don't. If it touches the water, it's dead. And then usually Ted's like, I'm done.
That's me. I'm totally like that. I'm like, well, the kids will come over and be like, hey, let's play again. I'm like, nope, Tag, you're it. There's 3 of you. Go figure it out.
Yep. Ted will go, nope, I'm done. I'm good.
I'm going to sit right here and enjoy something called the moment.
Yes. Doing nothing.
Which, is so funny because I think in today's world, so many people want to be busy constantly.
I don't understand that.
I hate it.
I am not that person.
No, Kelly gets mad at me because I don't, like we talked about, I'm not good at recovery or relaxing. All right.
Shame on you, Justin. Just saying.
Takes one to know one though, right?
Speak for yourself. No.
When I do it, I will just sit and read or I'll float. I'll just be putzing around doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't sit.
Do you struggle whenever you're just sitting? Like even reading, is your mind going, I could be doing this and this and this and this?
The answer is kind of a little bit of yes, but also no. So like if I've really committed, like today, like I know like my legs are sore because usually I'm like an ATP machine. I'm just always have energy, right? I woke up this morning a little bit groggy. I will definitely sit and relax later because that is important. And I know my body, but typically if I'm not feeling this way, yes, I will have a hard time just sitting and reading for long periods.
Okay.
Or like long airplane rides. Oh.
Well, long airplane rides are the worst because they're uncomfortable.
Oh, totally. This last flight, when we came back from Alaska, we took a nonstop red eye from 8 p.m. at night and got in here at 6 a.m.
And you taught that morning. You're crazy.
Oh, it sucked, but.
Oh, I believe it.
The worst part was we were sitting in economy and I had a window and Seth had the middle and the lady next to him was a little larger and kind of bled over into his seat. To his credit, he never complained. Like he was stoic. He was great. Like he was a great passenger on the plane. I just couldn't sleep. I don't know how people do. I mean, it was so miserable. It made me hate flying. Like, I don't want to get in a plane for years now.
No, I agree. When we lived in the Middle East, that flight, we'd have to fly because we lived in Wyoming at the time. So it was Wyoming to Denver, Denver to Newark, New Jersey to either London or Amsterdam. And those are like 7 to 9 hour flights. And then from there to Doha, which was another 7-8 hour flight. It was a long journey over there. And then you get over there and you're jet lagged.
Massively.
Yes.
It's 10 hours or something like that. 9-10 hours. Yes.
Yes. And it's sleeping on the plane is rough.
Oh, it sucks. And I think that qualifies as a non-recovery day.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're uncomfortable.
One funny story about traveling overseas. The first time my mom ever went to Africa, I went with her. We were flying to Namibia and we flew Air Qatar. So from here, you can fly all the way to Doha, which is, I think it's 14 hours, 15, something like that.
I was thinking it was 15.
Well, on the way home, I know it's like 17 because the air currents or whatever, the jet stream. So I think we'll call it 15 to be safe. So on the way there, She was so excited. She loves tea. And the Middle East, they love their tea. They're just like the bread.
Have you ever tried their tea? It's like sweet.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
It's really good.
Well, on the plane, she got this thing called Moroccan tea, which is like crazy.
I know where this is going.
And it is I think we left at like 7 p.m. and you don't get there till the next day at like 10 p.m. It's really weird. It's like this crazy, it's weird. Anyways, she did not sleep. I passed out and I woke up and I look over at Mom and she's just sitting there holding her little cup. She's like, I can't sleep. And I just start bawling. I'm like, Mom, what are you drinking? She's like, this Moroccan tea. I can't stop. I'm like, how many glasses have you had? She's like, I know, I had like 3 pots. I'm like, you had 3 pots of tea?
Her eyes are all bloodshot.
Yes. Oh, God. I was crying.
Was she
with
sitting
laughter.
there like shaking because she couldn't stop?
Yes. And she just stood there and she's just like staring. It was like, I don't know if you like Seinfeld at all, but that episode where she and Putty are on a plane and he's just staring straight ahead and she's like, you're insane for doing that. That's what she was. She wasn't even reading. She's just staring straight ahead, like shaking, like,
oh my gosh. Your poor mother. So how long did it take her to get all that caffeine out of her system and like feel normal?
Honestly, I don't know because we landed in Qatar, in Doha, and we were there for like 7-8 hours. So we stayed in the hotel, tried to get some sleep there. She wasn't able to sleep. I passed out again. Then we took I think it's a 10-hour flight to Namibia from there. So, I mean, it's not short. By the time all that travel was done, she was not only jet lagged, she was a basket case.
She was caffeine lagged and...
Yes.
You're a terrible traveling companion is what it sounds like. You just kept passing out while she's like wired to the tea.
Okay, to that point, I was definitely bad, but I couldn't stop laughing, which doesn't help either because Mom was just like, we're walking to the airport. You've been to Doha before. It's like this huge, it's like going to a mall. It's like super.
Well, so then did you fly into the new airport or the old airport?
The new one with all the statues and stuff in it.
The new airport is nice.
Oh my, it's so nice. She's like just pacing up and down. Like she's just walking up and down like, whoa, this is so pretty. This is so nice.
Oh my gosh. I don't know your mother, but to be there would have been awesome.
See, it would have been great. And then poor Mom, she's going to hate me telling this, but she was up so long, she definitely got a little bit of the diarrhea.
Oh, I bet she did. Your poor mother. Oh my gosh. Was she on the airplane when that happened?
No, we were in Windhoek, Namibia when that happened. But it was so funny because I'm like, Mom, let's go to dinner. And she's like, I'll be a minute. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So, of course, all dinner, I'm like, Mom, what you going to eat tonight? She's like, shut up, Justin.
You want some more tea, Mom? So, okay, I got to ask you, in Namibia, do they have regular toilets or are they hole in the ground?
No. So because it's a former British colony.
Okay.
And German. So it's like that mix. They're total Western toilets, all that kind of stuff. It's not like India and China where the squat toilet.
There were spots in the Middle East that we went to that had those. They're like, oh, yeah, they're hole in the ground. And I was like, I'll hold it. No, I would have to strip all the way down.
And it was funny because the last time I saw one was China, and that was like 2-3 years ago. It was so funny because they were telling us that the rural areas are really against Western toilets because they don't think they're as clean. And I'm like,
what?
That's my point.
But peeing down your legs, okay?
That's where I'm going. It was so weird.
Gross.
And so, yeah, it was very, again, just weird culture clashes, things you never think of.
So did the toilet, whenever you flush, does it flush in the same direction as the American toilet?
No, because it's south of the,
Yep.
That was really cool, actually. Because I last time I was south was in that area was Fiji. I hadn't been there for years and years and years. And so to see it again was awesome.
Yep. People don't, it's the little things, right?
Again, it's not a little, that's a great thing. It's fun to see.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't know. It's just one of those things like the first time you watch and you're like, wait, what's broken? And you watch it and you're like,
exactly. Wait a minute. That's awesome. Wait, I got to watch it again.
And one more side story about my poor mom. So she's already jet lagged. Day 2 we're there, right? And she's
got nothing in her system because she can't get off the toilet.
Exactly. She's just in bad shape. We're staying in this place in the south called Sauces Flay, but I don't remember the name of the hotel. They're all little shanties that you stay in, like really nice, but they're like little cabin kind of things, right? But they're in the middle of the desert and they're spaced out real far. And of course they have snakes and scorpions and lions and all this weird shit there, right?
And tigers and bears. Oh my. Yes.
It's exactly what it's like. And so at night they give you a lantern to walk around with. And so she's walking into the restaurant to eat and she's not paying attention and walks right into this beam. And she walks in.
Oh my goodness.
And she walks in and she's like, I'm like, Mom, what's wrong? And she's like, I think I hit my head hard. And she peels it off and she has this giant egg. I mean, this giant egg on her head. And I can't stop laughing. And so now it's been like 3 days of poor mom dealing with my giggles over her.
Oh my gosh, you're a poor mother.
She's a saint. After putting up with all that, she is a saint. The final hotel we were staying at was so funny because in order to walk to your hotel, there has to be a guy with a shotgun that walks you everywhere at night because it's like in the middle of a preserve. Everything's out to eat you there, right? There's lions, there's leopards, there's
rats.
everything. Yeah. So we're
Were
walking.
the spiders huge?
I don't remember this. Actually, no. You know what they have there? They have a lot of are moths.
Ew. Okay.
They have the world's largest population of moths.
Gross. And
Things you
moths
never
are
think
nasty.
about. Yeah, well, but they're not dangerous, but they're
No,
gross.
right. They're just
Right?
gross. Okay. Sorry.
No, I love digression. So we're walking back one night. You know, it's so funny because watching my mom is like, she's so terrified. She's like staying right behind the guide, you know, doing that like look around, like spy move, like looking everywhere. And I'm just like lagging behind. I'm like, nothing's going to get us. And she's like, get up here, Justin, you're going to die. Blah, blah.
Did you scare the holy bejesus out of her?
So the only time I did that was we were coming around a corner and there was a porcupine. And the porcupines are huge. Like they look like dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're big and they'll throw quills at you. You got to be careful.
Which I did not know, by the way.
Yes.
That's what scared her the most because I came around the corner, you hear this, and the porcupine gets surprised. I get surprised. And you see him darting that way, and I'm darting this way. And my mom's like, oh my God, we're going to die. And I'm like, why? He ran away. She's like, they throw their quills. I'm like, that's a thing?
Oh, yeah.
That was just Sonic the Hedgehog.
No. Nope. They will fling their quills at you. Your poor mother. She's going to hear this and be like, Justin, we need to have a conversation. Get him, Mom. Get him.
We should have her on as a guest one time. She can definitely spew some funny stories out of all the traveling we've done. But
that would be awesome.
she's a character. Well, listen, Kim, I think, today's episode was fantastic. We got a little bit off subject, but I think that's what makes it even more fun.
Yep. Nope. I agree.
This is episode number Trace.
Trace. There he goes. Thinking he speaks Spanish again.
See, that's good comedy. You loop it back. You got to loop it back. You got to bring it back where you started. That's the improv skills paying off. Second City, thank you very much.
Gotcha. There you go. Make sure y'all relax. Lots of water. Hydrate. Be selfish for a day. You owe it to yourself.
And that concludes today's episode of the Fitness
Manifesto. I know you guys enjoyed it.
And Kim, I want to say thank you to you and to our audience for making this podcast what it is.
Yes, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
And stay tuned for the next episode.